Alright, so today we're going to be working with or learning, starting our gem placement. Let's go over the tabletop to make sure you have everything you need. This week I'm going to be giving you a lot of different little gems and baubles and pearls and half pearls and caviar, things of the sort. Not real caviar, there's little beads. So if you have your little container, that's best. In your kit, you have a little container of gems. They're the cheapy little ones. You have that. You can take that out. This week we're going to be working with the nail sticks. So the nail sticks are it's a little stick. It has a nail tip at one of the ends, and it came. I think you got 2 little bags, and it came with a stand. The stand has little holes in it, and you put this in the hole. We're not going to use stand necessarily, but we're going to use these nail sticks. Okay. We don't use these today, but you know you need these this week. I don't have extra, so if you didn't order a kit or if you don't have in your kit, there's nail tips in the little cart. We won't use them today, but you'll need them this week for sure. You need a damping dish, and your damping dish needs a little bit of water, just like 3 drops of water. You need a pencil. I'm going to show you how to DIY pick up gems with an eraser. If you don't have a pencil, the pencils are in the rollabout bin by the door, second drawer. Any eraser works fine. You need a marker, pencil, pen, something to write with. You need a dotting tool. The dotting tool, you want the little head to be wide, the biggest little head that you can find. Okay. Tweezers. You need your needle nose curved tweezers. It kind of has an L shape. We talked about these, but you need some tweezers. You need nail glue. We're going to talk about this little tube nail glue, why it's good or why it's not good, but you need a little nail glue. And your packets. We have one more page in the nail art packet to go over. And then we are going to be using this nail template, this nail chart packet. We're going to be using the first page. I've already used the first 2 rows for first and second period. I'm going to use the 3rd row, but you can work on the first row. Okay? I just put them all together in one packet. All right. I'm going to come by and I'm going to give you a little, it's a foil, but it's a metal. Okay? It's a little leaf. Foil metal leaf, and it is a little snowflake. It's golden. You're going to get one for today. So while you finish setting up your tabletop, I'm going to come by and give you the snowflake. Should you have any questions, please let me know. Okay, so what we're going to do, I'm going to go over the theory part of diamonds and gems, sizes, styles, things of the sort. Then we're going to go into our tools and how to use those in relation to picking up gems. Then we're going to go into different techniques of gem placement and then the design of gem placement. Throughout the week, like I said, there's different things, different kind of nail art materials I'll be giving you. The concepts that you learned today will work the same all the way through. Okay? We're going to start on paper and then transition over to a curved surface, which is the nail tip. So, let's start. The last page that we have to go over on our nail packet is this here, is our last page. Let's take a look. So we'll zoom in a little bit here. Okay, you live in Houston. You're very fortunate. Houston is very diverse. Everything, all kinds of everything. Okay, so if you will, write this down. Harwin. Raise your hand if you've been to Harwin. If you have not been to Harwin, you're missing out. Harwin is a street. Google it. Go one day. In the 8000 block, there is a store called SW Trading. Again, the address is 8000. 8000 Harwin. go with some cash. Not too much because I promise you'll spend all of it. When you go, you want to make sure that you go accompanied by someone. Never go by yourself. It's kind of that shady place in town that they sell more than just stuff. Okay. Go with a male, preferably that'll, punch somebody in the face if they have to. And don't go in the evenings. And don't be going into no hidden rooms at the back of the store. You might not come out, ever. Okay? But other than all that, Harwin is a great place to go. If I have a salon and I want extra income, I want to have a little boutique. And I want to sell headbands and bags, purses. I want to sell scarves. I want to sell jewelry. I want to sell candles. I want to sell all earrings, all little knick-knack things that, we women love to purchase and we spend a lot of money on, especially holiday times, Mother Days, etc. A little gift shop in your salon you can have. You go to Harwin. You buy something for $10, you sell it for $20. You make your money back and then some, cha-ching. Okay? It's local, huge stuff. You just need your tax ID number to get their discounted price, and if not, it is open to the public, and you can buy just a little more expensive, not expensive, but a little bit more than if you had your tax ID number. You get wholesale price, which means cheaper. It means instead of paying $10, you might pay $5 and sell it for $20, so you make 15 bucks on it, right? Some of that sort. But definitely go one day. Promise you'll love it. You go to Harwin, you find a store. Now I'm not going to tell you the name of the place because I haven't been since before the pandemic, so I don't want to tell you, and then you go on a crazy goose chase because, it might not be there anymore. I don't know. Okay, but there's different stores that sell gems, diamonds, things of the sort. When you do nails, what kind of diamonds do you want to buy? What brand? Swarovski. Because they are the best diamond, the best material, the best cuts, the amount of faces that diamond, they shine, they glisten, they glimmer. If you were to polish over the top of the diamond, it does not dull. If you polish over the top of a cheap diamond, it domes. So the product will make a dome over the diamond, and it kind of blurs out the shininess, and it's just like a little shiny bubble. Okay? It's cheap diamond. So, go to the little place that sells gems in the counter at Harwin, and you say, "Hi, mister, I'd like to get some diamonds." And they're, "Okay, well, for what?" Because they're going to sell you the big ones, obviously, because that makes them more money. So they're going to try to sell you the 40, and you're like, "No, I want more like the 5 or the 4. What is SS and what are the numbers? What does that mean? The SS, stone size, easy to remember. The 3 is the size. Okay? 3 compared to the 40, that's a huge difference. There are numbers in between, smaller and bigger, but for the most part, this is this particular one for you to look at, this particular chart. Okay? Now, for the most part, nail techs will get the even numbers. For example, they'll get the 4, the 6, the 8, 10, 12, things of the sort, just simply because they're in the in-between. They do, and I have seen they do sell the numbers 1 through all the way, okay? But it's typically the in-between because you can't really tell the difference of between the 6 and the 7, okay? So you go to the counter and you say, "Okay, mister, I want the size 6 and I want the size 12. Okay, I'll give you size 6 and I'll give you size 12. What style? Well, what do you mean what style? Okay, well, let's take it at the bottom. These are the different styles that we have. I have round ones. I have the baguettes, which are like the little rectangle ones. I have a butterfly. I have a star. I have a rectangle. I have a teardrop. I have flowers. I have a skull. I even have a little bow. Oh, okay. Well, I want the 2058, please, the round one. And then I want the heart. I want the 2008. And the bow is cute. So I want the 2058 as well, which is the same number. Oh, 2850. I'm sorry. And then I want the teardrop, which is the 2300. Okay. So then he pulls that out and gives you your size and your style, your shape. Some of them you've got to really take a look at because some the facets, the cuts are different. The faces of the diamond. Think of a disco ball. It's a big round ball, right? It has little square mirrors on it. The mirror is flat. When the light shines on the mirror, it shines back and it reflects the light, right? The smaller the square on the disco ball, the more squares fit on the disco ball, the more shine it's going to give off, right? Because it's like, but if you have a big old disco ball and you have big old square mirrors on it, it's only going to shine less, right? When the light hits that surface of the square. A diamond, the cut of a diamond is similar. When they cut the diamond or the gem or stone or whatever it is, right? It's made out of crystal, glass, etc., different materials, plastic. When they cut the diamond, it makes a straight edge. When you have a straight edge, that's when the light reflects onto it and then it reflects off light. Let's take a look at 2058 compared to the 2000. Our 2058, around the outer perimeter, the outer edge, do you see that has a bunch of little rectangle cuts, like the disco ball? And take a look at your 2000. Do you see how it has one big old, just one flat in the middle, and not so many cuts? So my 2058 is going to shine, give off more sparkle than my 2000. Because my 2000 just has a big disco ball with the big squares. My 2058 is a big disco ball with little squares. So that first one's going to give me most shine. Right? Let's compare both of those to the 20, let's do the 2035. You see a bunch of little squares all over the front of that. That's really going to give me a lot of shine in all different directions. So the cut of the diamond, the facets, the faces that it has, is going to determine how shiny the diamond is. When you look at these little cheapy little diamonds, you have one, they're made of plastic. It's not glass, it's not diamond, it's not any other stone, it's plastic. They're not cut, right? So there's no shine. Charge your clients accordingly. If you have expensive gems and diamonds and use a lot of them, then the price is more. If it's less, then the price is less. And we're going to be talking about pricing this week. Okay? All right. Questions about sizes, types, styles. Okay, let's put that to the side. You don't have to pull this out. I'm just going to show you. I'm just going to take you back really quick. Do you remember when we did the dotting tool? And we put dots down? If you just like put dots on the nail, it's just kind of dots wherever. But if you systematically put a dot down in a certain place, it serves a purpose. If you're doing a happy smiley face, the two dots go where the eyeballs go to form the smiley face. You can't put an eyeball dot on the forehead and one on the bottom on the chin because then it doesn't look like a smiley face, right? It just doesn't go. So keep that in mind when you're placing down gems. A lot of times nail techs will just throw gems down, like just put gems all over. No, it has to create a shape, a form, a design. It's got to flow so that the client likes it, so that it looks good, right? You can't just throw diamonds down. For example, this one here, we have a little rainbow, right? One in the middle, and then it just rainbows down, and they're all the same size, but maybe they're a different color. But they're put together, they're laid down in a way to create a form, to create a shape, to create design. And that's what makes people that understand gem placement, that's what makes you different from the people that don't, the nail techs that don't. So you can take these examples here of the placement of the dotting tool and transfer that into the placement of gems. So if I were to take a big dot to a little dot to a big dot, that looks nicer than just putting the same size dots straight down or just kind of zigzag all over the place. Keep that in mind as we're going through. So now take your nail art template page. We're going to be working on this front page here. Again, I already did first period and second period, so I'm going to be working on the third line, but you're working on the top line. Okay? So just ignore my previous work on here. That's the first page to your packet. Okay. Now that we've gone over the theory of the gems and referred back to our dotting tool technique, now I want to go over your tools. What do your tools do? How to use them? Why to use them? How not to use them? Okay? So, here we go. When you're placing down your gems, a lot of times you have these little containers. Sometimes the containers open very easily, sometimes too easily, and sometimes they're like really hard, and like this one I can't open it, it hurts my thumb. So I'm going to share a few tips. I always keep these straight up inside of a container that I know will not flip over, rotate, roll over, or fall. Because if these fall out, oof, right, that's definitely a piñata moment. Okay? Then, for those that pop open, sometimes all the beads and whatever's inside will fall out. So I put them flat on my table, and I pop it open with my thumb. So that way, if I'm holding it and I pop it open, my hand moves, they all fall out. Put it on the table, pop it open. For the ones that don't open or are hard to open, I put it on the table, use the back of my tweezer, and I pop it up like that. Because some are really hard to open. Okay? And the more you're trying, like, ooh, and you're tilting the box and you pop it open, everything spills out. Put it on the tabletop and pop open. Now, a lot of times people will come in and want to stick their fingers in there and grab a bunch of little diamonds. Grandma does that. We're professionals. So you take and you get a little lid from your little jar container. So if you have it, grab one of the little lids. You can find yourself a cute little lid, a little plate, a little something that you can pour your diamonds into. Something that if you needed to leave it on your tabletop, it doesn't spill out. But for now, we'll use one of the little lids. Okay? So what we're going to do, we're going to pour out 4 of the small little diamonds. So what I do is I take my tweezer and I just pick up 4 little diamonds. Yeah, the smallest ones. Oh, my apologies. Let me go back one. The gems, you have 12 little compartments. They're different colors. The gem number 1 is small. The little compartment number 2 is medium, and the compartment number 3 is large. So small, medium, large. Okay? So pop the small one open, and I drop mine, so I'm going to pick mine up from here, and you're going to drop off 4. Now, a lot of people will say, well, Miss, you're double working, so like, why don't I just pull them out while I'm putting them in the nails? Let me tell you why. If you get your tool dirty with glue, and you dip it into all of your gems, now all your gems have glue on them. All right, you don't want to do that. 2, let's say that Yada's doing a set of nails, and for this particular set of nails, where we're going to be doing 4 diamonds down the middle, she's going to charge $3 because they're the nice Swarovski hearts. And if she's chit-chatting with her client and not paying attention, she accidentally puts 5 hearts instead of 4, and you're like, ooh. I'm going to have to charge you extra because it's 5 diamonds. You're like, wait, extra? Yeah, extra. I paid for that. So you got to pay for that too, right? So if you just pour out ahead of time what that design, how many diamonds go in that particular nail, like if they're going to have the ring finger and that's an accent nail and they have X amount of diamonds on it, if you just pre-pour it out, you'll never waste your product. Then you're charging exactly what you deserve to get, okay? So yes, it's a little extra step, but works good. So now that's how we do. If you ever have little diamonds and gems left over, you pour this into a little jar that has all the extra diamonds, or you put it back in the original container. They're clean, so it's okay. So I've got 4 little diamonds here. Now we're going to be putting these diamond gems on our nails. So let's talk about this glue. This glue right here, nail techs don't necessarily love these glues. They like the ones that have a little spin top and has a little brush. These, I'll tell you why they're not awesome. Depending on the kind of glue that you have, you're either going to cut the tip, and if you cut the tip, don't cut the hole too big, because when this lays down, it spews out everywhere. So barely cut the tip. Or you take a T-pin or a needle and you poke a hole into it, and be careful not to poke into your whole finger. Or if you have a little spin top, a little knob here, you twist the knob, and as you're twisting the knob, it pops it and it has a hole that it creates for you. Some of them, if you turn the cap over, it has a little pick right here, and you just push it down like so, okay, and it makes the hole. Just kind of depends. The reason why nail techs don't like these is, one, they dry out super fast, and nail glue just typically dries super fast. But with the nail glue, if you poke the hole in it, and if the hole is pretty big, and you go like this, and you drop it down like this in your bag, guess what's gonna happen? I can't open mine once I close it, but pretend it's closed. What's going to happen to that glue is going to come out from where? If you cut a big old hole on the tip, where's the glue going to seep out into? The bag, right? If it's open. Or the glue's going to seep out into the cap. And then it's going to dry, and can you open the glue? No, it's stuck, and then you got to throw it away and get a new one. It's just like a one-time use. That's why they're so small. Okay. Waste, right? So what we do, take a buffing block. You pour out a few little drops of glue. You glue the glue stick on top of the buffing block. Why? Because it doesn't tip over. It's pretty sturdy base. It's orange, so you don't lose your glue. You can see it where it's at. And even if you put it in your kit, it's a big enough base to where it'll stand up. Okay? It's one way. Another way, let's pretend this is a penny. Before pandemic, we used to see those a lot. Now we don't see change very much, so who knows if you have a penny around. But take a penny. You can put a little bit of glue or a sticky tack on your penny. And you're going to glue the nail glue over the top of the penny. Or stick it down on your sticky tack, and it stands it right up. Doesn't take up too much space, right? My nail glue is dried up, so I'm going to be using the gel polish, but you use your glue, okay? All right, so that's about the glue. Let's talk about our application of our gems. So what we're going to do, and take your marker, pen or pencil, and you're going to do a line of 4 gems. And you're going to go straight down the middle on that little pinky finger. 4 gems of a small size, straight down the middle. I'm going to come a little bit closer so you can see a little bit better. Okay. Straight down, like when we did henna. Not the line of diminishing dot, but just a line of dots, just 4 gems. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to teach you various ways of how to apply the diamonds. Okay, so one way, okay, a professional way is to have, which these do not come in your kit, but this is this is a silicone brush. So the tip is silicone. So you come and you pick up the diamond, and it sticks to the silicone. You can drop it off on the nail, and it drops off. Most of the time. Sometimes it gets stuck. Most of the time. This is a professional way. There's also pencils that are made out of wax instead of lead. Those work good too. They don't stick very well to the wax, so they drop off fairly easy. Sometimes easier than the silicone. Depends on what, the quality of the product you buy, the tool you buy. Let me show you another way. Pencil with the back of an eraser. Depending on what kind of eraser it is, because some erasers are cheaper than others. But you take your pencil eraser and you pick up your diamond, you push down hard, it picks up the diamond on the back tip end of the eraser. Then you drop it off on the fingernail. If the eraser is kind of like hard and cold and not very rubbery, it doesn't pick it up. So cheap pencils, it doesn't work out very well. Okay, that's the DIY. Don't be busting out a pencil on your client that you're charging $65 for now, okay? You go get you some good tools. But that's the DIY. The other way to do it is you have a little damping dish with a little bit of water. I put alcohol on mine and now it's dried out. A little bit of water in your damping dish. You take your dotting tool that has the biggest bead on it, You're going to dip it in a little bit into the water, and then you're going to pick up your gem or your bead. Make sure that you don't have too much water on your tool, because then it'll just drop water beads down and it's just your design gets wet. But the water will allow the gem to adhere, but then it also allows the gem to be dropped off. Okay, so that's another option. My love-hate relationship with these tweezers. Here's my last option. There's other options, it's just I'm teaching you. The needle nose, because they're pointy, but the L-shaped tweezers. I love and hate working with these tweezers. I love them because they're L-shaped, so I can really get down and pick up a gem. When you pick up a gem or a diamond, you want to squeeze between with the two little legs of the prongs of the tweezer. But another thing is, if you squeeze too hard, you can crack or break your diamond, or it like pops off and it goes who knows where. So you have to be very gentle. If you're not tough enough, then you'll never pick up the diamond and it'll keep falling. That's why I love using these tools, this particular tool. Why I hate using this tool? If I come with my little diamond and I have my glue down, right? If I touch the glue with my tweezers and I'm putting it down, my tweezers now have glue. So then I go pick up my next diamond, and what's going to happen? It's stuck. But my glue dries like that, right? So then I've got a stuck diamond, a diamond that's stuck on my tweezers with glue that's hard, that now I got to take the time, go get some acetone, rub it off before I can move on, right? And I've only got 30 minutes for a client, I don't got time to do that. So if you're using a tweezer like this, you're going to drop off the diamond, but don't, like, you hover over the nail spot, the spot on the nail, but drop it off and let it drop. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take a little bit of glue, and you're going to drop down a little bead of glue, and again, I'm using the gel, use your glue. Drop down 4 little beads of glue straight down in a line on that second nail. Use whatever tool of your choice. Pick up the bead, the gem, the diamond, and drop it off. Okay. If you do touch the glue, you've got to wipe off your tool completely before you move on to your next diamond, because it will continue to get stuck because you have glue on it. Now, when you use, right now we're working on paper on a flat surface. Nails are curved in 2 directions, forward, backward, side to side. By the time I'm doing my thumb, if my glue is not dried all the way, right, my pinky, the actual curve of my pinky might make, with gravity, it might make my glue drip a little bit, and if the diamond is too heavy, the diamond is going to slide to the nail wall, right? So then when I think, okay, well, I'm done, then I go back and look at my pinky, my gems have slided to the side. So, well, great, now it's dry, now I got to crack it off and mess up my design, and now I got glue stuck on. Great, I got to soak it off, start all over. So you got to be careful, because remember, the nail is curved sideways to sideways and forwards to backwards. We're working on flat paper, so that's where you start. All right, so then what we're going to do on the next one, I'm going to draw a diagram. I'm going to draw 2 diagrams. I'm going to let you go, okay? We're going to do 2 small dots, 2 small diamonds, 1 medium diamond, and 1 large diamond. So you have the compartments 1, 2, and 3, small, medium, large. You're going to do 2 small diamonds, 1 medium, and 1 large. So you're going to do a line of diminishing diamonds. 2 small, 1 medium, 1 large. And then you're going to drop down your snowflake and then do a cross of big diamonds and an X of small diamonds around your snowflake. So snowflake goes in the middle. And then you're going to place your dots around your snowflakes in a pattern. If you want to do big diamonds or small diamonds or alternate them, that's your choice. Okay? So those are the 2 nails that you're going to finish off on your paper. Okay? Two small diamonds, 1 medium, 1 big. And then your snowflake in the middle with diamonds around the perimeter of the snowflake of your choice. Small diamonds, big diamonds. If you would use the red diamonds, the green diamonds, the purple, your choice. Okay? You're going to save this paper, this packet in your folder. Tomorrow we're going to continue with it. Any questions? Okay. I'm going to stop you right there.